y'all, I'm back on your screens. It's me. Now today I just want to get straight into it. I really want to talk about my favorite product of all time. Y'all saw from the title, I was recently gifted this by my fiance, so thank you to being the best fiance in the world. But this is something that I've wanted for years and it's finally here with me and I'm able to use it. I've been using it for the past few days. Forgive me for not being on the channel for a while. I had a lot of personal issues going on, but just know that I'm back and better and clearly with the latest product in my hand. Today we are talking about the M4 Pro MacBook Pro 16-inch. As you can see in my hands, this thing is beautiful. This is the black version. Now, first glance, or when I first got it, while I do love the color black on a laptop, this is not particularly like black. This is more like a really dark gray black, which to me, I don't really mind. I think it's actually beautiful in a color. While at first I thought to put like a skin on it to actually make it black. In opening the laptop, I actually do love the keys and everything. I'll show you guys now. I actually love the keys and how everything came out. I think it's a beautiful color. It's not really space gray. It's more darker than the space gray. I actually have the space gray here as well. This is my fiance's laptop that I got her, I believe 2 years ago, but this is the space gray. So you can definitely tell the difference between the black and the gray. But yeah, I've been enjoying it for the past few days, especially editing. And I can tell you guys from first use, this laptop is definitely worth it. Now, you guys may or may not know, but I've been using the 2017 Intel MacBook Pro for about 8 years. I'm still using it to this day. It's actually being used to record audio right now. But I will say I've noticed the difference between performance, essentially. I edited on this laptop for 8 years. And so I know all the specs. Well, not internally, but I do know how well it performs on Premiere Pro when I first got it versus now. I've had to change the battery twice. Keys are falling off. It has the butterfly keys, which I'm going to be honest with you, after using the M4 MacBook Pro, it's way better than using the butterfly. The butterfly was so annoying. It felt super light. It didn't feel like you were really clicking something, and the keys started falling off within like 3-4 years. While that laptop did me a lot of services, and it definitely edited and uploaded a lot of videos on YouTube, including my personal channel, which was my old channel, We Want More, the Need to Know podcast, which is all seasons, so from season 1 all the way up to the last season that we put out, and it edited all Chris and Mar videos. So that laptop has been there since day one, and obviously I'll never forget it, but we're on the bigger and better things. Like I said before, this is the M4 Pro processor, so it's the M4 chip. This is not Intel anymore. This is the Apple Silicon, which I noticed a difference, especially using Apple's apps. This also has 16 gigs of RAM. This has 48 gigabytes of memory, and it has 512 gigabytes of storage. Coming from my old laptop with 128 gigs of storage, you can definitely tell the difference. I'm able to download a lot of applications without worrying about space, and I don't have to worry about that message that pops up on the top right saying your disk is full. You need to clear some space. Now, while I don't use the internal storage to store any projects or anything when it comes to Adobe, Final Cut, DaVinci, I still use the storage mainly for, applications that I may need to use. So I am using Premiere Pro, Final Cut, After Effects, Audition, things of that nature. And this laptop can definitely handle those. One of the major differences I saw when using this laptop for the past few days is definitely the battery life. Like I said before, I had to change the battery on the 2017 MacBook Pro twice. And for me, battery life in the beginning was great, but for editing, it was not a beast. Simply because editing takes up a lot of battery. There are certain laptops for certain things. So clearly Apple made these laptops for people who need a better performance system. And for me, this does the job well. The 2017 MacBook Pro battery life, I would say averaged around 6 to 7 hours if I wasn't doing too much heavy editing. And if I was editing like 4K where I needed more processing, not only would Premiere Pro go slow, but the battery life would probably last me about 2 hours. This laptop right here, I've edited a 4K video. I'm still editing it to this day. And I noticed when I charged it fully, it lasted me like 8 hours straight and it did not die. That was beyond amazing. So for me, this laptop is top tier, number one. Also too, this is my first time having a 16-inch, so the screen ratio for editing is insane. I have so much screen to work with that when using Adobe Premiere Pro or Final Cut or any other editing apps, I have so much space to see clearly. My project timeline is there. I don't have to adjust or try to make 2 screens or even use a monitor just because this laptop's screen ratio is insane. Now, I do want to say the best editing apps to use on here. I'm not going to lie, it is Final Cut Pro. And the reason why I say that is because Final Cut is made for MacBook Pros. Obviously, people on Windows or other processors, they can't use Final Cut because Final Cut is an Apple app. But I will say from using Final Cut on the 2017 MacBook Pro to using Final Cut on this laptop, I see a major difference. It's so smooth. It's buttery smooth. The rendering is super fast. Exporting is so quick. On this laptop, when I was editing, let's say 8-minute video, 4K used to take me about 35, 40 minutes to export. On this laptop, it takes about 8 minutes at most. I've seen it go quicker than that, but the most I've seen was like 8 minutes. And even then, that's super quick coming from 40 minutes. And lastly, I wanted to talk about if it's worth upgrading for some people. Now, while for me, it was definitely worth it coming from a 2017 Intel Mac. You know, there have been MacBooks before this that has come out recently, like the M1, M2, M3, and the M5, which is coming out in the fall. I will say for somebody that is not in the M series just yet, this is definitely worth upgrading. If you are from the M1, I want to say the Intel MacBook Pro is definitely for sure this is an upgrade. For the M1, this is probably an upgrade in terms of performance, but not much different in terms of the laptop overall. But for anybody that's like the M2 and up, I really don't think upgrading to the M4 Pro or Max, or even the M5 Pro and Maxes that's coming out later this year, I really don't think it's worth the upgrade. Reason being is because they're going to offer you more performance. Obviously, the M series, as it goes on, it will become faster and stronger. But if you're a YouTuber like myself, or you are somebody that really only shoots 4K footage at most, rarely shooting 8K or anything that's like super heavy, I really think you'll be just fine with an M2 and on. Clearly, the MacBook Pros are capable of doing the job and doing it well as long as you take care of them. But to me, this is exactly why the MacBook Pros and Apple reign supreme when it comes to editing. Highly, highly, highly recommend this laptop. I will be doing more reviews on this laptop as well. But all that being said, more videos to come on this channel. Thank you guys so much for tuning back in. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.